Okay, well this is just a quick tutorial on how to turn a block into a car. This is one of the ways that you could build your 3D car, and it's a good way to practice. So hopefully you'll, so I've got a block here. You can see just from some examples, you sketch on the side and you push parts that you don't want into the car, or you subtract. Here's another example of a car. And you can see I've created some shapes to cut parts out of the car, so it gives me the basic shape. And with this, you should be able to create something like that you can see the shape, or something like this where you can see the shape. There are some things in the middle that you can learn too, but let's just start with a basic block. So I'm going to show you, go create box. We're going to create it on the bottom, and I'm going to click this point and I'm going to pull over, and I already have 11 centimeters. I'm going to change that to 17.5 centimeters. Okay, make sure you're on centimeters. Then I'm going to hit tab, so I go over to the 4 and I make it 4.5. Then I press enter, and I'm going to pull this, or type in 3. If you didn't get any of those, you can type them in here and just press enter, and it will create that new body. If you're not on millimeters, click right here, it says units, document settings, and then make sure you're on centimeters if that's causing a problem. If you can't convert millimeters to centimeters or whatever, say okay, all right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sketch on this side. First thing you want to do is put some holes where the axle is going to go so you can have some wheels on it. So grab a circle and just click, and I'm going to put in 0.5 for 5 millimeters. All right, I'm going to click M for move copy, and I'm going to go ahead and create a copy of the circle. I'm going to pull it over here somewhere and press OK. Now, there is a distance that these should be apart from each other about, and there's a distance from the bottom. So you use this sketch dimension tool, click on it, click on the first circle, click on the second circle, and you pull up, you see it tells you how far apart they are. Through testing, we figured out 9 centimeters are pretty good. You could put them farther or closer together depending on what you want to do. You just click and maybe say 11 centimeters, that could be farther apart. So between 9 and 11, you can decide. You can always move those later. So I'm going to click, also I'm going to click down here, and I'm going to say this should be no more than 5 millimeters as well. So now that you know where your wheels are kind of going to go, it can maybe help you with your design. Okay? Now I'm going to start carving the car. And I'm still in the sketch menu, so I'm just going to maybe use some, depending on what you want, you can try different things. I'm going to draw some lines that come up. Let's say this is the part at the top, and then I want to come back here. The only thing is you have to make sure you come back to the beginning of the sketch, you know, even if you come outside. You want it to turn light blue. All right, you can see mine's turned light blue. So I think I've got, that's a closed shape, and I can extrude that. So if I finish the sketch, you can see I can click on it, and I can click E for extrude, which is also right under here, extrude. And then I can press through the block, but it cuts into the block. That is a problem. I want to do an intersect. And that means anything that you push through will become a new body, and there you can see there's the body. Not very pretty looking, but remember you can now click on sides, and you can kind of like round parts out, just like that. Maybe you want the bottom to be a little bit more rounded like that. And that's how you kind of create your body. Alternately, if I back up a little here, you can also, whoops, right here, you can also just create, you can carve things off. So let's say I wanted to use the spline tool, and I wanted to make, I'm in the same sketch menu, I just want to create some nice curves. So like I want a weird car like this. I could also come around the back and just close this shape up, finish the sketch, and I can cut away these parts. So if I click on this and hit extrude, now I do want to cut. And I say okay, and you can see I've started making some kind of weird car. I could also do this part. And so those are the basic tools. Cutting into the tool, cutting into the either drawing the shape for the whole body or cutting into and extruding into the block so that you're cutting away. Let's say you want something up here, like you want to put some different parts like this. So this is a simple, again, another form of sketch. If you have a flat surface, you can sketch it right on the top. But see, I've got all these curved surfaces, so it's not really possible for me to draw. But I can sketch, but I can create a construction plane that is anywhere on this. So I could use the one on the bottom, let's say that. So now I'm going to create a sketch here, and anything I draw here I can push down into. Let's try that. So I'm gonna put some cannons here. I don't know, whatever it might be. I'm gonna put some cannons here now and finish the sketch. And you can see they're floating. That doesn't really matter because I can still click on them and extrude them down. Instead of cutting, we're gonna make a new body. And there you got some some square cannons. You can create those any which way you want. You could round them again and give them a little bit more rounded side. That'd be kind of cool. So this is just a way of creating using sketches, and you start with a block and you cut away the block or you intersect the block. Give it a try. See if you can put together something kind of unique. This is your first car. There's no rush because we will have time to build some more cars. But get used to kind of using this technique because it's a really cool way you can put lots of details onto the car really quickly with some sketches. Okay, let's say I have let's say we got some, oh, those are horrible. But again, I'm not trying to show you how to build a car. I just want you to get an example. All right, there you go. All right, you guys have a good time. I can't wait to see some of these incredible 3D printed models.